I pushed open the door and heard a cry. "Easy, little one, I hear you." Cold air cut my lungs and face. The porch smelled like pine and rain. A basket waited by my boot. A note lay under my hand. "Who left you here at my home?" I looked left and right for movement. The dawn held silence and thin mist. "Storm passed, but trouble stayed, huh?" The baby cried again, small and sharp. "All right, I am here now." I lifted the basket and stepped inside. The cabin felt tight with fear. I set the basket near the fire. "Shh, baby, you are safe here." I unwrapped a wool blanket slowly. Her cheeks were red from cold. "Poor thing, you fought that storm." She stared at me, wide and blue. I know that color, I did. My heart kicked hard in my chest. "I am not ready for this." The note shook in my fingers. I read the first line aloud. "Luke Harland, she is yours." I felt the world tilt and darken. Who wrote this lie to me? The bottom line held one name. Tom Grayson, our proud sheriff. I tasted gun oil and old blood. "Justice, is this your new joke?" I remembered my wife on the road. She bled on my hands and dress. I heard the town bell that night. I heard his calm voice say, "Sorry." I closed my eyes and breathed slow. "Not today, ghosts, not today." The baby hiccuped and flailed her fists. "Hey, easy, little heart. Easy now." I warmed milk on the stove. The room filled with soft steam. Home, porch, storm, baby. Silence, I whispered. Money, debt, sheriff, promise, lie. My voice felt rough and old. I dipped the bottle and tested heat. "Here you go, small fighter." She drank and sighed between swallows. "You came to me for help." I looked again at the cruel note. "Raise her or bury her," it read. My jaw hurt from grinding teeth. "He wants me broken and mad." The fire popped and threw yellow light. Smoke curled like thin snakes upward. "Gun, blood, justice, fear, truth," I said. "You know those words, Tom." I paced the floor and listened. Rain tapped the roof like nails. "Who is your mother, little hope?" I tried the name and looked away. "I do not know anything yet." I tucked the blanket near her chin. She blinked slow and watched flames. "You do not fear me, huh?" I laughed, and then I stopped. "Maybe you should fear me." My hands shook and then steadied. "I will not drop you, never." I stacked logs and fed the fire. Orange light touched the note edges. "Letter, death, horse, fire, road," I murmured. These words chased me for years. I sat and listened to wind. A crow called twice from the pines. Someone watched me while I slept. I checked the latch and the window. My rifle leaned near the door. "You see that gun, small one?" It kept me living, not clean. I hated the truth in that. I wrapped the note and paused. "Why say she's mine, Tom? Do you want me to hang? Do you want me to run? Do you want easy blame again?" I heard my wife in memory. She said, "Forgive or burn forever." "Forgive who, love?" the sheriff. "Forgive me for coming home late? Forgive the road that took you?" I pressed my palm to the table. The wood felt warm from fire. I could ride to town now. I could put this on him. I could show the whole truth. But truth cost blood last time. I set the bottle on the shelf. I washed the tin cup clean. "Hope, is that your name now? You like it, yes or no?" She answered with a tiny snore. I smiled, weakened a little. "Okay, Hope. I will try. I will guard you and wait. I will get help from Clara. She knows babies and medicine. She knew my wife as well." The kettle sang and then calmed. I sipped plain water and stared. Revenge came to my porch today, or maybe hope came instead. I must choose the right road. I must keep one promise now. I will not bury any child. I will not bury my heart. I pulled on my coat and hat. I blew the lamp and listened. The storm had moved down valley. Boots scraped softly on the step. "Hello?" I called into the dark. Wind spoke back with thin laughter. Truth hides when fear stands guard. I opened the door a crack. Cold rushed in and touched everything. No riders, no prints in mud. Whoever came moved light and fast. I shut the door and barred it. Morning will show more tracks anyway. I checked the coals and blankets. "Sleep, Hope. Tomorrow we ride. We go find answers and help." We go face Tom Grayson. We go speak with the doctor. We go ask the preacher truth. I laid the rifle by the bed. I lay near the basket and sighed. Home is this room tonight. Home is you breathing near me. I kept breathing and counting. Home is not safe, but enough. One, I held the letter to the lamp, I said. The paper smelled like smoke. I read the lines again. She's yours. Justice served. My hand shook. Fear and rage filled me. Grayson wrote this, I said. I know his hand. The porch still held baby scent. My home felt cold and wrong. I need answers, I said. I took the letter and my gun. The baby slept in silence. Hold on, little one, I whispered. I will find the truth. Dawn broke the storm. I saddled my horse fast. The road to town ran wet. Old Sam waved from the stable. Morning, Luke, he said. You look rough. I showed him the letter. He read and looked down. I saw the sheriff last night, he said. He paid men with new money. What did he say? I asked. Sam rubbed his beard. Justice will come home, he said. He smiled like winter. I need the truth, Sam. He shook his head. Watch your back, he said. Debt makes brave men bend. He handed me bread and water. Eat. You will need strength. I walked the main street. Whispers moved like smoke. That's him, someone said. The Porch man. My boots dragged through mud. Clara Vane stepped from her shop. Luke, she said softly, come inside. I followed her to the counter. She closed the door. You brought a baby home? I nodded. Someone left her on my porch, I said. This letter said she was mine. I set it on the wood. Clara read and winced. His hand, she said. Sheriff Grayson wrote this. What does he want? I asked. Why send a baby to me? Clara breathed slow. He likes games, she said. He breaks promise, then sells truth. She touched the paper. He knows your heart bleeds, she said. He knows your home still hurts. I won't bend, I said. He already took my wife. Clara's face softened. I know, she said. I stood at her grave. I will face him today, I said. Clara frowned hard. Don't cross him again, Luke, she said. He plays with money and law. She tapped the letter. This is a trap, not justice. I need help, I said. I need the doctor's word. Clara shook her head. Careful with Dr. Marlowe, she said. He owes the sheriff money. She looked to the window. Debt turns truth to lies. I paced the room. I will not run, I said. I will find the truth. Clara took my hand. Listen, she said. Take the baby to church. Why church? I asked. Reverend Cole keeps records, she said. Name, date, letter, blood. She squeezed my fingers. He can hide you a day. Forgive comes after justice, I said. My heart needs answers now. Clara's brow held fear. Then bring the baby here, she said. I will keep her safe. You would risk your shop? I asked. She nodded. Hope needs a warm room, she said. Your home sits under fire. I can help. Boots scraped outside the door. Low voices cut the air. Sheriff wants the porch man, one said. He rides for the jail. Go out the back, she said. I grabbed the letter. Thank you, I said. I will not forget this. Clara opened the rear door. Bring the baby tonight, she said. I will stand with you. I stepped into the alley. I hid the letter in my coat. Church, then stable, then home, I said. Hooves clapped at the street's mouth. A deputy looked down the lane. I held my breath. His horse snorted and turned away. I reached old Sam's stable. Need a fresh horse, I said. Sam watched the street. Sheriff posted your name, he said. He calls you a kidnapper. Cold spread in my blood. I saved a child, I said. He wrote the letter. Sam nodded twice. I know you, Luke, he said. Truth will ride with you. He handed me the reins. Take the bay. She is fast. I swung into the saddle. Church first, I said. Clara will guard the baby. I looked toward her shop. My heart kept me steady. Justice will come, I whispered. But I must live first. I pushed the church door and stepped in. Candles burned. Shadows leaned across pews. Reverend, I said. I need help. Reverend Cole raised his tired eyes. You look worn, Luke, he said. I did not sleep, I said. A baby cried on my porch. A note said justice was done. The sheriff signed it with care. Speak, he said. Tell me plain. I set the basket beside a pew. The baby slept under my coat. I heard rumors, I said softly. Your word stays safe, Reverend? I heard the sheriff raided a camp. Beyond Mercy Hill near the pines. A woman died there, I said. A baby cried near her body. He watched the candles twist and blink. I buried your wife last winter, Luke. I do not forget such days. Last week men rode in hard, he said. Guns out, dust loud, eyes black. They dragged 2 bodies from brush. 1 woman. 1 bullet under ribs. The baby lived. Someone carried her. Coins clinked behind the stables. Who paid who? I asked him. A debt can draw a map. I saw the sheriff count coins. I saw Ellis hold the sack. Old Sam swept and kept quiet. Why bring the baby to me? He lifted his hands, palms empty. Betrayal wants a clear mirror. You are that mirror, Luke. You once spoke against him here. Maybe revenge wrote that note. The baby stirred and made a sound. I touched her cheek and whispered, Easy now, I said. You're safe. Was she safe? I was not sure. My mind ran down dark roads. I saw my porch under fire. I saw a gun at the rail. I heard myself promise to forgive. I heard myself fail and rage. Reverend, I said, tell me more. He nodded and leaned on the pew. Mira came to me after dusk. Her face shook like a leaf. She asked about baptism rites. She wanted safety for a child. Mira Grayson? I asked, heart pounding. He nodded and held my gaze. She feared her father that night. She left a letter with me. Read it, I said. Every line. He broke the seal with his thumb. If I fall, protect the child. Tell Luke he once saved me. Truth will arrive soon, she wrote. My knees felt weak like wet rope. When did I save her, Reverend? Years back at the river ford, you pulled Mira from a flood. You said anyone would do. She thought your heart was different. She married fear instead of courage. She married a name that pays debts. So the sheriff knew I mattered. So my home became his reckoning. So this baby became his proof. Proof of what? I asked finally. Proof that truth bends to power. Proof that justice bleeds without care. Proof that hope still fights death. Is the child mine? I asked. He shook his head very slow. I do not think she is. But I think she may save you. She calls your courage back home. She turns revenge into hard mercy. She turns grief into a road. The door creaked. Old Sam entered. He stopped when he saw me. I came for the broom, he said. His eyes slid toward the basket. She yours? He asked, voice flat. She needs milk, I said quietly. He nodded and spoke low. Ellis cried after the raid. Said the sheriff crossed a line. Said Blue Eyes would haunt him. He saw a woman fall, he said. He heard a promise break. He took the broom and left. I looked at the baby again. Her eyes opened, bright and blue. They were the dawn I feared. They were my wife's last sky. Reverend, baptize her, I said. Give her a name for strength. Names weigh less than love, he said. But a name can wake courage. He touched water and faced me. I held her close to my chest. Hope, I said. Her name is Hope. The sound steadied my shaking hands. The bell outside rang once, warning. We are not safe, I said. No, he said, but we are ready. I lifted Hope and felt steadier. My road is set, I said. I will find truth and pay. I will not burn my heart. I will not break my promise. I will face the sheriff soon. Bring witnesses when you confront him. Bring letters, debts, and eyes. Force the town to hear truth. I stepped out into the storm. You smell of whiskey, I said at dusk. Tie your horse there, I said to him. I came fast, he said, breathing hard. We need to talk inside your home. I felt fear like a small cold nail. I lifted the baby and opened the door. He looked at the cradle and then away. Whose baby is that, Luke? He asked. She lay on my porch at dawn, I said. A note sat there signed by the sheriff. Grayson plays with truth and calls it justice. What moves is he making? I asked. Big moves, Silas said, voice tight and low. He clears old names and burns secret letters. He says he will cleanse this town's blood. He says you are next on his list. I need facts, not talk, I said. Silas tapped the table twice and leaned in. You stood against him over money and lies. You spoke in church about debt and law. He forgave nothing, Luke. He only remembered. I recalled the sheriff's cold and steady eyes. I will not run from that man. Silas shook his head, eyes like dark stones. Head south with me, he said softly. Cross the river road before first light. Leave this home and start fresh work. Forget the past. Bury the old dream. The baby sighed and the room felt small. I cannot leave her, I said softly. She needs care and I made a promise. Who left her then? He finally asked. The note said, she's yours. Justice done. I spoke the words and heard the lie. Silas froze and the air turned heavy. Say that again, he whispered to me. I did, and he closed his eyes. That is Grayson's hand, he said. He wants you marked as a thief. He wants folks to doubt your heart. Why? I asked, my voice thin with fear. Silas paused and searched my face slowly. You remember his daughter, Mira, he said. She came to town last winter weeping. She asked me about you and money. I told her you helped poor folks here. She begged me to keep one secret. She said a letter could mean death. What did you do, Silas? I asked. Silas stared at the wall and shook. I made a deal with the sheriff. I gave him names for cash and whiskey. I thought it would save my own skin. He used the names to break good men. I hate him now, but I helped him. My chest ached like a slow, dull knife. Then help me now, I said, steady. Help me guard the baby in truth. Silas stood and paced across the boards. I can guide you south to safety. You can leave the sheriff to his fate. I rose and blocked him near the door. My road stays here, I said firmly. My fight is here. My home is here. Silas glared and then softened with shame. You always were stubborn, brother, he said. Stubborn keeps you alive, I answered him. Alive is not the same as hope. He touched the cradle and flinched back quick. She looks like someone I once knew. He looked at me, ready to confess. I waited, calm outside, burning inside. He swallowed and pressed a hand to ribs. Forget it, he said. Sleep with a gun. Lock the door. Trust no friendly face. He walked out into the dark and rain. I held the baby and listened for hooves. Silence pressed hard, then the storm returned. I checked the windows, the roof, the latch. I whispered a short prayer for help. I dreamed of the road and the river. I dreamed of blood, fire, and death. I woke to the crack of a branch. I reached for the gun by the chair. Silas, I called. Wind answered instead. I found a rag on the porch boards. It was wet with blood and fresh. Beside it lay a small silver bullet. I knew it as the sheriff's cruel mark. Rain washed the step, but not my dread. I closed the door and barred it tight. My friend is gone, I said aloud. My home now stands on the edge. I reached his door at dusk. The road felt empty. My horse blew smoke. I knocked twice. Silence sat heavy. Luke, Dr. Marlowe whispered. Come in, quick. I slipped inside. The room smelled of herbs. He barred the door. What did you find? I asked. Then he opened a drawer. I got a record, he said. It came today. A record of what? I said, birth, he said. With your name, my chest went tight. Say it plain, he said, a paper on the desk. Mother, Mira Grayson, he read. Father, Luke Harland. I stared at the ink. That is a lie. He held my gaze. I know, he said. But the seal looks real. The sheriff's seal? I asked. He nodded. And a note, he said. Only one line, I read aloud slow. Justice is done. My hands shook. I never touched her, I said. I believed you, he said. I still do. Then why did the baby feel known? I said. Why did her eyes look like home? Memory tricks us, he said. Grief paints faces alike. I paced the floor. Boards creaked. He frames me, I said. He wants a noose. He needs money and fear, Marlowe said. The town pays when it shakes. The sheriff sells justice, I said. He weighs truth like coins. Deputy Ellis came here, Marlowe said. He asked for the file. When? I said. An hour ago, he said. He works both sides, I said. His heart is split. Ellis looks sick, Marlowe said. Blood means a fight, I said. Silas warned me. Sit, he said. Your shoulder needs rest. I sat but kept my gun close. Tell me all of it. Mira came last week, he said. She cried and begged. What did she want? I said, safety, he said. And a quiet room? For birth? I said. He shook his head. No baby then, he said. Only fear. The lamplight flickered. Shadows crawled. She feared her father, I said. Yes, he said. She feared the sheriff. So the baby is not mine, I said. Then whose? He lowered his voice. I think it is his, he said. My stomach rolled. Say that again. I think the sheriff is the father, he said. He hid shame with your name. The air went thin. He put the child on my porch, I said. He wrote that note. He loves power, Marlowe said. He hates your truth, I pressed the seal. It bit my thumb. Can we prove this? Maybe, he said, but it risks death. I hang if I fail, I said. So I risk it. A small tin sat inside. A broken stamp lay in it. What is that? I asked. The clinic seal, he said. I found bits on the floor. After who left? I said. After Ellis, he said. He tried to copy the mark. So the file is false, I said. Made here under threat. He forced my hand, Marlowe said. He held a gun. Rage burned my chest. He pointed it at you? At me and the nurse, he said. Old Sam saw it. Sam keeps horses, I said. He knows roads. Sam can guide you, he said. He can carry a letter. A letter to who? I said. To Reverend Cole, he said. He still keeps records. Records of what? I said. Weddings, he said. And private sins. Hope warmed my ribs. Cole may help, I said. Listen, Marlowe said. Hide tonight. Do not go home. My home is ash, I said. The porch smelled of fire. Stay here then, he said. I will bar the door. He will search here first, I said. I move before dawn. He packed the false record. He handed me a satchel. Take it, he said. Guard the truth. I owe you, I said. Pay me by living, he said. Forgive yourself someday. I will when this ends, I said. If I still breathe. He opened a back door. Rain tapped the barrels. Go, he said. Use the north road. I stepped into the night. My fear rode with me. My heart beat for the baby. My dream felt close. Justice will not be his, I said. It will be mine. A weak knock came late. I woke and listened. Wind hit my home like a slow drum. The baby stirred and made one soft cry. I took my gun and went to the door. Who is there? I said. Speak now. It's Ellis, a voice said. Open, please. I pulled the latch. The deputy stood shaking. Close it, he said. He sent men. Which men? I asked. Speak plain. The sheriff's posse, he said. They rode hard. Why here? I asked. Why me again? Grayson said you stole his grandchild, he said. He glanced at the cradle by the fire. I never stole her, I said. You know. I know some truth, he said. Not all. Tell me the rest, I said. No lies. Money moved in town, he said. Debt got paid. A promise bought silence. By who? I asked. Say his name. He lowered his head. By the sheriff. Why warn me? I asked. Why help? Because justice still mattered, he said. I could not watch a wrong hang you. The baby whimpered. Ellis stepped closer. You need to go now, he said. Take your horse. Take the north road. Come with me? I asked. Stand with me? He shook his head. I stood too long. I must fix one last thing. What thing? I asked. Tell me now. A letter, he said. It named you. Where is it? I asked. Who wrote? Grayson made me sign it, he said. I swear it was a lie and fear. You can seek forgive, I said softly. I don't deserve that, he said. Not yet. Boots scraped outside. Low whispers drifted in. The porch boards groaned under weight. Ellis went pale. Too late, he said. Put out the lamp, I whispered. Quiet. I blew the flame. The room went dark. I set the baby behind the bed. Stay small, little hope, I whispered. Glass shattered. A voice called, Come out! Give the child, another man said. Lay down the gun and kneel. I did not take her, I shouted back. Go home, boys. Go home now. A shot cracked and kissed my ear. I fired twice through the frame. Men cursed. Feet split left and right. Ellis, I said, talk to them. He called, Hold fire! We'll settle. A shot hit the stove with sparks. My words mean nothing, Ellis said. They fear Grayson more than truth. Smoke crawled. The curtain caught and hissed. I threw water across the flame. Cover the baby, I told Ellis. He raised his coat and shielded her. Bullets tore the door like dry bread. I slid along the wall toward the porch. "Luke," a man yelled, "time to pay." "For what debt?" I yelled back. "For the sheriff's honor," the man said. "Honor?" I said. "He bought your souls," Gunfire answered. Wood split and jumped. "I'll step out," Ellis said. "I'll talk." "Don't," I said. "They will shoot you." "They will shoot you more," he said. He walked onto the porch, hands high. "Hold your fire," he shouted. "It's Ellis. I am coming out." Silence for a breath. Then a crack. Ellis fell back into me and bled. Warm blood ran over my fingers. "Keep the baby safe," he said. "Tell the truth. Don't let fear win." "I promise," I said. "Hold on." He tried to smile and then stilled. I laid him near the cold wall. More shots broke glass and split chairs. I tucked the baby against my chest. "I will not let fire take you." I kicked the back door and ran. Flames chased us across the yard. My horse tugged hard at the rail. "Easy," I said. "We go now." I mounted with the baby and pistol. I bent low and urged the horse. We broke through brush to the road. A thin gray edge touched the sky. Blood slicked my shoulder and sleeve. Cold wind cut my face hard. I kept riding and prayed for mercy. I thought of home, porch, and silence. Of money, debt, promise, and lie. Of gun, blood, justice, and truth. Of horse, fire, road, and death. Of forgive, revenge, dream, and hope. My heart beat like a drum. Hunted again, I rode into the hills. I lay in the mountain cabin and wrote. I wrote one letter for you, Clara. I wrote one for the baby, too. My hand shook. My breath burned. The storm hit the roof like fists. I said her name, Hope, small Hope. She slept by the fire between coats. Clara pushed the door and came in. She shut it hard against the wind. "I found you on the trail," she said. "You bled on snow. You need help. I brought water, bandage, and bread." I tried to sit up and failed. "I am fine," I lied and coughed. "You never were fine," she said. "Let me clean the wound, Luke." I nodded and stared into the fire. She warmed water on the iron stove. She touched my shoulder. I shook. "Easy," she said. "Breathe slow. Stay." "I can't stay," I said. "They come." "I know," she said. I heard men. "Grayson sent riders last night. They want you dead or in jail." I looked at the letters on the table. "Read them," I asked with a sigh. She lifted the first and read softly. "You wrote about Porch, baby, and note. You wrote about money, debt, and lies. You wrote you wanted justice and truth." She set it down and watched me. "You still want justice?" she asked. "I want truth," I said, "and peace." "Peace needs action," she said. "Proof." I closed my eyes and saw blood. I saw my porch on fire again. I saw Deputy Ellis fall in snow. I heard the baby cry in silence. Clara took Hope and rocked her gently. "She needs milk," she said. "And sleep. She needs her father alive and brave." "I am not her father," I said. Clara looked at me for a long time. "We still kept a promise," she said. "We kept her safe along the road." I watched Hope's small hand grab air. My heart felt heavy and bright. I wanted revenge when I read the note. I wanted the sheriff to pay. Clara held my face in her hands. "Revenge is easy," she said softly. "Justice is hard. Choose the hard one." "How?" I asked. "He owns the town. We break his lies," she said. "Public. We show the letter before the church. We make Dr. Marlowe speak loud. We make Reverend Cole stand with us. We bring old Sam, the stable man. We ask Mira to say the truth." "Will Mira come?" I asked, afraid. "She will if Hope is there," she said. "She will if you ask with heart." Wind pressed the cabin. The fire hissed. I drank water and tried to stand. My legs shook like trees in storm. Clara held me and kept me up. "Slow," she said. "We have time." "Not much," I said. "Men will track. We go by Mercy Hill at night. The road is dark, but safer now." I packed the letters in my coat. I hid the sheriff's note in boot. I checked my gun and prayed inside. "Gun brings death," I told myself. "Truth brings life. Choose life, Luke." Clara smiled a little at my whisper. "You talk to yourself too much," she said. "I talk so I keep brave," I said. She kissed my hairline and whispered, "Rest." I slept and saw a porch in spring. Home was clean and full of light. My wife sang near a blue jar. Then the song broke into gunfire. Smoke rose like a black river sky. I woke and gripped the table hard. "Bad dream?" she asked in a whisper. "I saw home and fire again," I said. "It ends when we end him," she said. "It ends when we end his lies." I breathed slow and counted to 10. I felt the fever fade a little. At dusk, we stepped into cold air. Clara wrapped Hope tight in a shawl. The horse waited, quiet like old Sam. Snow lay thin over the road. The world smelled of pine and iron. "Ready?" she asked. "Mercy Hill first." "Ready," I said. "We go now." We moved slow past the dead trees. Owl calls cut the silence like knives. "I will talk to Mira," I said. "I will use the word promise. I will ask her to stand strong." Clara nodded and set her jaw. "She will listen to your heart." Hoofbeats sounded far down the valley. Clara looked at me, face sharp. "They come," she said. "Keep low." We turned off the road to rocks. We waited, breath small, bodies still. 3 riders passed like dark water. I held Hope close against my chest. Her warm breath touched my neck. I felt my fear turn to courage. "Home, porch, baby, storm, silence," I whispered. "Money, debt, sheriff, promise, lie," I whispered. "Gun, blood, justice, fear, truth," I whispered. "Forgive, revenge, dream, hope, heart," I whispered. At dawn, the riders faded and the night opened. We stepped back on the road north. Mercy Hill rose like a black wave. "I will not die here," I said. "I will speak before the town. I will ask for justice and truth." Clara squeezed my arm and smiled. "We make him answer," she said. "We make the town see light." I looked ahead and felt steady. The baby sighed and slept again. We walked into the dark with purpose. The knock came after sunset at our home. Clara held the baby close to the fire. I checked the door and kept my gun low. A woman stood outside with shaking hands. "I came to you," she said. "Please listen." I let her in but stayed ready inside. She stared at the cradle, then at me. "My name is Mira Grayson," she said quietly. My mouth went dry like dust on stone. "You came from the sheriff," I said. She nodded once. "I came from truth." I lowered the gun, but my fear stayed. "What truth?" I asked. "Say it now." Mira breathed hard, then spoke like a knife. "My father used law to cut the town. He killed your wife the night of rain. He forged the note and left the baby. He wrote, 'She's yours.' Justice served. He wanted you broken before the people." My vision swam. I heard the old storm. Clara rocked the baby and whispered calm. "Why me?" I asked. "Why this cruelty?" "Because you told the court about money," she said. "You told the judge he sold justice. You named the price of every lie. He feared your truth, so he chose death." The baby sighed. Silence wrapped the room. I saw our porch burning in my mind. I saw my wife fall near the door. Clara touched my sleeve. "Breathe, Luke," she said. Mira kept talking, eyes wet with shame. "He planned a quick rope in the square. He would call you thief of a child. He would wash Red Hollow with your blood. He keeps ledgers on every sin and debt. I read them. I saw dates and names. Dr. Marlowe, the deputy, the stable. He owns fear like a ranch owns land." I stared at the lamp and felt sick. "Is the baby mine?" I asked at last. Mira shook her head and lowered her gaze. "She is his," she said. "Her name is Hope. Her mother begged me to run far. She said, 'Do not give her to him.' I failed," Mira said. "I feared my father. I feared his temper and the gun. I feared the cold smile and promise." Clara faced her. "You came to end fear?" Mira nodded. "If my courage is enough. Do you ask mercy?" I said, "Or blood?" Mira knelt beside the cradle and cried. "I came to ask you not to kill him." "He is still my father," she whispered. I remember light before the darkness. He carried me home once in a storm. He swore to protect me from all harm. But grief changed him into a man of death. My mother died, and his heart burned. He forgot hope and dreamed only power. I want truth. I want justice, not blood. I want him to answer before everyone. Please take him alive if you can." I looked at the child and felt split. The gun in my hand became old debt. Revenge stood close and asked for my home. Forgive stood small, but it would not leave. Clara watched me with worry and courage. She said, Luke, choose the road you keep. Your heart cannot carry two fires. I set the gun down on the table. My hands shook like dry leaves in wind. I wanted him dead in every long night. I wanted death because death took her. But the baby needs more than blood. She needs truth. And she needs hope. She needs a future with less fear. Mira wiped her tears and opened her coat. I brought proof, she said. Please see it. She placed a ledger by the small fire. Names, dates, money, letters, and lies. The doctor signed who paid the sheriff. The deputy counted every illegal coin. The stable hid stolen goods for pay. The pages show the road to truth. He will come for me when he learns. He will bring men and more. Violence. Then we plan before he arrives, I said. We speak to the preacher and the doctor. We call the town to hear the truth. We hold the baby where all can see. Let him face hope and his own sins. Clara nodded. We move at first light. We send letters to good men, I said. We guard our home until dawn, Clara said. I will ride for Cole. I will wake Marlowe and bring proof. Mira said, I will face him at noon. I will speak his crimes without fear. Hope will stand with us. Not alone. I asked for help, courage, and mercy. When I finished, I lifted the baby. She looked at me with a calm heart. My name for you is Hope, I said. I will guard you from more fire. I will keep the road free of lies. Mira pressed my hand and thanked me softly. The night grew lighter, like a safe home. I rode into Red Hollow at noon. Dust rose under the horse. Heat burned my neck and hands. I held the baby tight. I held the sheriff's letter, too. My heart felt like a drum. People stepped from doors and windows. I smelled gun oil and fear. Luke, go home, old Sam said. This road ends dark. I lost home on my porch, I said. I need truth. Clara moved beside me. Please, she said. Think of the baby. I said. Her name is Hope. Sheriff Grayson left the jail. His badge shone like ice. His eyes were stone and storm. You came back, he said. Give me my grandchild. She is not yours, I said. End this lie. You want money? He asked. Or a clean pardon? I want justice, I said. For fire and death. Reverend Cole raised a hand. Mercy, he said. Let words lead. Then listen, I said. I lifted the letter. Hear what he wrote. Hand over the child, Grayson said. Do not play, I read aloud. She's yours. Razor Berry. Justice is done. Signed by the sheriff. Gasps ran across the street. Dr. Marlowe stepped close. Let me hold the baby, he said. She stays with me, I said. Until truth stands. Mira pushed through the crowd. Father, she said, stop this now. You shame our name, he said. Stand back, girl. She is your child, she said. Not his. End it, he spat in the dust. A daughter obeys, he said. The deputy died, I said. Ellis tried to help. You shot him, Grayson's jaw worked tight. He turned, he said. He chose fear. You chose fear, Clara said. You choose it every day. I found blood on my porch, I said. Your silver bullet, too, the people murmured. The Reverend bowed his head. The doctor lifted both hands. Sheriff, the doctor said.
Step back.
No more death. Give me the baby, Grayson said. Last chance. No, I said. Confess and I forgive. He laughed once. Forgive? You? He said. You failed your wife. Pain cut my chest, but I stood. You planned that raid, I said. You lit the fire. You watched her die. Proof, he said. Show it. Your letter, I said. And your daughter's word. Words are air, he said. Guns write law. Mira grabbed my sleeve. Do not draw, she begged. Please, choose peace. He had years, I said. He chose lies. Grayson spread his stance. Count 3, he said. Then hand her over. I faced the town. Hear me, I said. He used the badge for revenge. He kept us in debt. He broke promise and truth. Enough, he said, and drew. My hand moved first. One shot cracked loud. His shot tore sky and smoke. He turned and fell hard. Dust jumped. Silence fell like snow. I stood shaking. Smoke curled from my gun. My ears rang like bells. The baby sighed and slept. Drop the gun, Clara said. I lowered it. Is he dead? I asked. The doctor knelt by the body. Yes, he said. It is over. Mira sank to her knees. Father, she whispered. Why this road? I am sorry, I said. I know that pain. She raised her head. What now? she asked. Now we use truth, I said. No more lies. The Reverend lifted his Bible. Red hollow, he said. Let us heal. Old Sam held out a blanket. For the baby, he said. I wrapped her close. Hold my heart, I said. Live clean, Hope. Clara met my eyes. Will you stay? She asked. I cannot, I said. Not after this death. You could forgive, she said. You could build again. Maybe one day, I said. Not today. Mira stood slowly. Let me hold her, she said. I gave her the child. Raise her safe, I said. Raise her with truth. I will, she said. I promise with my heart. I turned to the crowd. Go home, I said. Pay debts. Keep your word. Dust settled over blood and brass. The town listened. Where will you go? Clara asked. South, I said. New road. Less gun. Come back, she said. When your heart can rest. I will try, I said. I still dream of peace. I walked past the gallows and jail. The sun slid behind roofs. I looked back once. Mira rocked Hope in light. I raised my hand. Then I left. The horse carried me. Wind felt cool. My heart finally felt light. I worked the fields till dusk, I said. The soil felt calm under me. The road stayed empty for hours. The wind touched my porch gently. Home stayed simple. And I breathed. A coyote called across Mercy Hill. The sky turned orange, then purple. Silence felt strong and kind tonight. I kept my gun inside, I said. I locked the chest and key. I needed peace, not fire. I thought about money and debt. I paid what I owed finally. Boots scraped along the dusty path. A rider stopped near my gate. I stood and kept my voice steady. Evening, I called into the dark. No answer came, only soft breathing. Paper slid under the iron bars. The rider turned and rode off. I waited, then picked the letter. The seal felt plain and cold. Town dust clung to the paper. Clara wrote this, I whispered. I knew her careful hand. I opened it by lamplight slowly. My eyes burned, then grew wet. Her words walked into my chest. Luke, she wrote. The town mended slowly. The church roof holds in storms. The doctor laughs again with patience. The sheriff's grave stays plain. People, speak softer about justice now. I breathed deep and felt lighter. Justice changed shape in my mind. I was not a hero here. I was only tired and honest. Truth sat with me like bread. I walked the porch and listened. The boards remembered my footsteps softly. Stars woke one by one above. The stove sighed and fell quiet. My home held me without judgment. There is more, the letter said. Mira named the baby Hope. The baby laughs bright at morning. She pulls my finger and grins. She sleeps near the window light. I sat on the step thinking. Dust gathered on my boot leather. I spoke to the road softly. I heard that laugh in dreams. The wind carried my small words. I remembered the porch and storm. I remembered the first baby cry. I remembered the sheriff and lie. I remembered the gun and road. I remembered blood drying too fast. Sage hung sweetly in the air. An owl watched from the cottonwood. I felt old but still living. I set the letter beside me. No revenge tonight, I said quietly. I chose to forgive myself now. I forgave the road and dust. I forgave the gun to sleep. I could not forgive him yet. Boots sounded again near the gate. Lantern light swung like a moon. Easy, Luke, a warm voice said. I knew the tone at once. Clara? I asked in relief. It's me, she said, smiling. I missed this porch and silence. You rode far, I said softly. The road bites hard at night. Words can mend, she answered gently. She tied her horse to rail. We stood under the kind stars. Warm light traced her dusty coat. Rain smell clung to her hair. My heart found a slower beat. I read your letter, I said. Thank you for the true news. Town grows quieter, she told me. Less fear, more truth each day. How is Mira and Hope? Mira works and pays what possible. Money comes slow but honest. Hope grows fast and laughs loud. She grabs my finger, strong. Moonlight paints her soft hair. Crickets sang a thin, small choir. Heat left the road in waves. My porch felt like church pew. The night held a careful heart. Fear stepped back from my door. I still hear shots sometimes. I wake sweating with old fear. I see his badge in memory, cold as death on my tongue. Still, I carry truth cleanly. Clara touched my dusty sleeve. You did not fail, she said. You stood and stayed through storms. You kept the baby safe. You kept your promise to life. I wanted revenge, I admitted slowly. It almost ate my heart. I wanted fire to answer fire. Debt for debt, pain for pain. But hope called my name. She smiled in the dusk light. The owl lifted and went. The horse stamped once, then stilled. The lantern settled without fuss. Our porch became a small world. Come inside, I said gently. Eat and rest by the stove. I will, she said, stepping closer. But say the words again. Which words? I asked softly. The ones you whispered after smoke. I looked at Mercy Hill lines. I felt the road grow quiet. I tasted dust and sweet sage. I let my shoulders fall open. Maybe justice was not the gun. Maybe justice was choice, I said. The choice not to fire again. Clara nodded and breathed out. Yes, thanks. Those words hold real truth. Wind moved across Mercy Hill slowly. Stars burned steady and kind above. I heard a baby's far laughter. Water rolled like stone in memory. The night answered with gentle silence.